Hi Stitchers, I'm Linda, Blue Horse Yellow Cow. I didn't have any intention of doing this today, which might become very obvious, but I love you guys all so much. I just wanted to complete that circle of communication because it's a little one-sided. Sitting in your house, listening to all you, talking back to all of you, kind of weird. And so I'm not a in front of the camera person at all. I don't even like people looking at me when I speak. So maybe this is better because no one's really looking at me. I was, like I said, no intention to do this today. I live in the Chicago area and was on my way into the city for a haircut, and the traffic was so bad. Our expressways are so out of date that I hadn't gotten a third of the way and my time was running out. So canceled my appointment, came home, and now I have time. I have bad hair, but I have time. So I'm not the most interesting stitcher. Until FlossTube, I was one of these people who always says they were a monogamous stitcher, and that's what I was for many years, decades. I don't have much to show for that because I was a gift stitcher. A few years ago, decided to switch that around or try to stitch everything for myself, my husband, our house, maybe our kids, but I haven't stuck to that particularly, but I'm doing better. So anyway, to have a FlossTube channel but not really have much to show is probably not very interesting. So I'm just gonna put this one up unless I can't stand myself and see what happens from there. I love you all. If you're watching this, I've watched you. Everyone says this, but everyone has to say it because it's so true. You're all dear to me. Excuse me. You feel like friends. I haven't been able to get to a retreat yet, but I'm sure hoping to and trying to. A lot of things going on, so it's really hard to do that, but I really want to go to one. But in the meantime, every one of you I watch every night when I stitch late into the night are just 100% real to me. You are my friends. So I just wanted to say hi back mostly. I'll do the Know Your Needle Worker tag. So, and then I'll show you my scant couple of things I have here that are recent finishes. I live in the Chicago area, in a suburb of Chicago. What do you do for a living? Well, when my kids were little, I was a full-time mom. That was a decision that we made and were able to make, fortunately. So I was home. When they got older, I went back to school. I went to school. I did not go when I was young. Got my bachelor's, intended to go forward from that. I think I was in my 50s then, but I had quite a few years with a series of health problems that were fairly significant, and there were surgeries and blah, blah, blah. So when that was done, I just was like, forget it. I'm getting older and I'm not gonna start a career at this point. I mean, if something great came along, maybe I would have, but I was just, I kind of needed a rest and some time for myself. So that's what I'm doing. Some of those health problems continue. So, you know, my time is not always predictable. Whose is, right? I have no pets. I have real severe asthma. I would love a dog, but never been successful at even being around one for very long without having big problems. So sadly, no pets. Other hobbies besides stitching. Well, I would say that all of my hobbies are stitching. I've done what lots of stitchers have done: needlepoint, freestyle embroidery, some counted canvas work back a long time ago. When I came back to cross stitch after all the other forms, I mean, I came back because I knew that was what I loved the most. So what I love most about cross stitch is the play of the floss against the fabric, which I, of course, didn't get in needlepoint. And free surface embroidery I liked. I enjoyed doing a lot. But what I like more about cross stitch is how it just becomes the fabric. It's not raised like so many of the stitches in embroidery, which are beautiful, but for myself, I just like the flatness of it, and it's serene to me. It looks calm, and I like that. My favorite movie is probably, I don't know if anybody would know it. It's from the 80s. It's called Local Hero. I don't think it was a big hit, but it's my favorite. Local Hero. If you find it, watch it. And just try not to pay attention to the 80s music, and I think it was 80s. The clothing, the hair. Beautiful story. Favorite TV show. Current? My husband and I are kind of casting around a lot of different things. I mean, we're pretty hooked in with The Handmaid's Tale. Favorite TV shows of the past and more recent past, or maybe not so recent now, Breaking Bad and The Wire, which I thought was maybe the most brilliant TV show ever. Favorite book, Little Women. I know we've heard this before. See, I'm not that interesting. Kind of boring. It was the first novel I read as a child, so love the characters. Favorite music, it's easier to say what I don't like, which is country. I love classicals, Broadway musicals, rock, metal, rap, jazz, hardcore, kind of, not so much the lighter jazz. Yeah, I think country's the only form that I'm not real drawn to. Word that best describes me, I guess I'd have to say shy, which is really disappointing. I just had my 66th birthday, and as a shy kid, I guess I would have hoped I'd outgrown it, but maybe you don't outgrow it. So let's see. Okay, I won't make this much longer. I pulled out Pam Reed's Stitchy Style. I think that's what it called. By the way, Pam Reed was the first FlossTuber I ever watched. And I spent the first half of her video trying to figure out, where is she from? Is she from Boston? No, it's not quite Boston. Anyway, I loved her, and I still do. I love her little record girls. Is that what it's called? So anyway, her Stitchy Style tag, but you know what? I think I'll save it. If I come back, maybe I'll want something to talk about. I'll show you my three most recent finishes that I just picked up from my local needlework store, which is Welcome Stitchery in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Not too far from me is also Black Cat Stitchery in Winthrop Harbor, I think, but Welcome Stitchery, Monica, she's my girl. So I just picked these up earlier this week, I think. So I'll show these if I can figure out how. This is Kathy Barrick's Good Intentions. think I've been putting these on Instagram as they were stitched, so I love it. Of course, I ever love the quotation, or I don't know if she wrote it or if it's something I don't know about. So that's that one. Next was Beth Twist's little adorable fractor bird, who, assuming that's gonna come out right side right, that's us. That's our last name, and that's when we were married. We're old. So that goes right above that picture up there in the hallway. And the third in this little group is a Christmas prairie schooler, a woodland Santa. Real happy the way the framing. Monica's so great at helping. I mean, LNS, our finishers, our framers. I don't know what I'm gonna do when Monica retires, which I would guess is probably soon. Man, they help us. So, God, I don't know. I don't think I have any, I don't know. I could talk to you guys forever, but I won't. I'll leave it at this for today. I love you guys. And if I have anything interesting to say, I will come back. Bye-bye.